All right, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you are doing well. So, today is the 5th of September 2025, and today is Friday, NFP. So, I can't pronounce this word, but I purposefully, that's the right word, tongue twisting, purposefully came a little bit late so that I will be able to first of all do the analysis on the cryptocurrencies first, and then I will do the currencies after the after the NFP. Okay. Okay, so let's look at the currencies, the cryptocurrencies first, and then after that we'll dive into the currencies. Obviously, we will observe the NFP first before I do anything. So let's start with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, yesterday we traced into that fair value gap. We had a quick rejection, breaking above this high, and like I mentioned, I would like to see them go above this before we confirm we're going higher. So today's candle closer is going to be absolutely key to what is going to happen next. Ideally, we want it to close above this high. Once it does that, then we are good to go to the upside. Now, just be mindful, okay? As soon as this high is broken, there's an immediate fair value gap just above it. Okay, so we might get a close above it, and then the candle immediately pull back to this down candle or to this breaker. So don't chase it. Once we close above it, yes, we've confirmed they're going up, but because of the fair value gap sitting right on top of it, the next candle might immediately pull back to this down candle before we resume going up. So just remind yourself that as soon as the candle closes, you're not going to be chasing. If we close through this, then definitely we are coming back up here. So if we close through the gap, then we'll be coming up here. But if we close in it, chances are the next candle or the very few next candles are gonna pull back to this down candle or back to this breaker before the continuation. So take note of that. And also, if you can see, the weekly has a gap, but if the daily can confirm that, we are likely gonna be pushing through it. Okay, so that is the business for Bitcoin. Ethereum, we are coming back up again, but the main key is again for them to break this candle, for them to break that candle. Once we break it, you're looking for a buy, and I think you all know where we are targeting: the all-time high. The all-time high comes in at the 4953.47. That is the all-time high. So when price breaks that up candle, when price breaks this up candle, we are looking at the all-time high. Actually, it seems, let me go back. Did we break it unknowingly? Maybe not. Let me check, because it seems we've gone above it. Okay, we went slightly above it and then we rejected. That's new. Okay, that means that is engineered equal high, because it barely did. So we are gonna go back to that same level again. It barely went above it and then rejected immediately. So we will go back to that same level again. This time we will go through it. Okay, but we need the price to close above this up candle. Then we will start heading for that level. Okay. Next one is Solana. So Solana, we did close through this fair value gap, which is not great. So again, I think the opposing this up candle needs to be broken before we can start heading for that. And I think yesterday I mentioned that this is an auto block, so this pulling back will find support and then resume going up. So you're gonna look for a H for immediate close and then you can get in. I think that happened with this candle. It closed above that and then you can buy the next candle. Okay, so as it stands, I think they are likely gonna break this. So look for a continuation to the upside. Okay, but if you want to be, that's the aggressive entry. If you want to be conservative, you want to be conservative, then wait for the up candle on the daily to be broken before you look for the buy. Okay. XRP, same thing. We need this fair value gap to be broken. Right, so once this fair value gap is broken, then we can start looking for the longs. Until then, you have to stay put and wait, let them confirm, and then you look for the buy. Hype is currently almost breaking it. We have a couple of okay, I think my mouse froze. I couldn't stop reading. Okay, so I was saying that we are almost closing above that fair value gap. So once price closes above this, we're gonna start looking for higher prices. All right, so sit patient, wait. We've got a couple of hours to go and then this one to close, and as usual it's leaving a down candle here. So if we close above it and we pull back, that's definitely a potential buy to go up. So sit, wait, few hours to go, then you can come back to this to get a trade to trade up here. Okay. Next one is AI16. Same thing. I think this has created a nice bearish order block here. Now this is a huge pattern that I've created here. we have a nice fair value gap. Okay, so something like this, or something like this, or something like this. So gap, displacement, order block, pull back down, gap, displacement, order block, pull back, run on stop, down, gap, displacement, order block, pull back, down, gap, displacement, order block, pull back. Is it going to be down or through? I think you know the rest, right? If we trade through, we are going higher. If we reject, we are going down. So pay attention to this up candle, because as it stands, that is the gateway to the upside or to the downside. Based on currently what is happening on Bitcoin, what is happening on Ethereum, what is happening on Solana, XRP, Hype, there's a probability that they can break this. On the lower time frame, this is how it looks like. Okay, there's a high probability they can break it. On the RSI, we've created a divergence. On the daily, we are very, very low. Okay, so we are at a level where potentially a reversal is probable. So let's see by the end of today. Whatever happens, this is your fulcrum point. If we break, we're going higher. If we don't, we go lower. Right? So that is your analysis for the cryptocurrencies. Now, I will not be here to guide for the rest of the month of September. So I think you've heard enough. You've learned enough. So you might be able to guide yourself for the rest of the month. Focus on the higher time frame, the daily, the weekly, the monthly. I mean the daily and the weekly, possibly, and you'll be fine. Okay. Now let's turn our attention back to the currencies. Dollar index is our watch for today. And as I mentioned, I am personally looking for price to reject and go up. It doesn't matter. If it goes down, no problem. I'll look for a quick rejection and then we go back up again. All right. So within the next 2 minutes, we will find out. We're currently at an order block with a fair value gap. All right. And we took out the previous week low, previous month low, and then displaced with a fair value gap over here. Hence, let's see. Okay, we've got about 1 minute left, or 59 seconds to go. After that, we will do the analysis on all these pairs, then we'll be done for the day. So few seconds to go and we will come back. All right, so as usual, I'll come back after maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then we will see what we will get. So stay tuned and I'll be back. Okay, all right. Welcome back. It's 5 minutes past the 1:30, and we can see what they've done. They've come back to sweep the low again, which that is a good sign of potentially price rejecting from it, because it's not meant to go there. So with that move, it's just, in my opinion, going to wipe out the low and then reject. And the first 5 minutes has proven it, right? Because if they were going to continue going lower, it should have stayed down there. So the fact that we've rejected that within the first 5 minutes, to me, is a sign that they're going to reject. And I think if you want to be safe to go short on the other currencies, then wait for this up candle to be broken, then it's free to the upside. Or on the 5 minutes chart, okay, I think you can see they've rejected. You can wait for this up candle instead to be broken, and then you can go short on the other currencies. Okay, so you can see that euro actually went up into the we spoke about this level, right, the last time on Monday, that we wanted them to go there and go down, but they didn't. And with the news, they've taken it right to that level. So we should see a rejection from here. Again, on the 5 minute chart, watch this up candle. Sorry, watch this down candle. Once that is lost, I think this equal loss is going to be a draw on liquidity. Okay. British pound, it went all the way up back to that fair value gap, and then we are rejecting. With the British pound, I think the fact that they took out this high and broke down, it shouldn't be coming up here. And if it does, that should be a rejection, a sign of a rejection. Okay, so if it does get up here, we should reject. It shouldn't. That is enough, and we should start coming back down. So maybe for the next hour or so, watch how the 5 and 15 minutes candle is going to trade, especially the last down candle. Watch that. Okay, we want that broken before looking for the sells. Okay. Euro pound, this thing is a mess, and that's why at the beginning of the month, when we did the monthly analysis, I mentioned to stay away, because it couldn't break the high or low. So usually this leaves I would say a very strong manipulation month, where it can go up here, it can go down here, and sometimes the technicals might not work. So be very, very careful if you are going to be trading this pair for the rest of the month. Be very, very careful, because you never know what you're gonna get. So please, if possible, whilst I'm away, stay away from this pair, because it's not safe. Okay, it's not safe for you to trade it, so stay away from it. Dollar yen, let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so they've pulled back into the fair value gap, and I would like to see price reject from here and go back up. Okay, the downside that I was expecting, I don't think it's necessary for them to come there. Again, it's all going to depend on how this New York session is going to trade anyway. So keep an eye on dollar index with what I've said. If they break the last up candle on a 5 minute chart, come here, and then you can look for the longs. If not, then maybe they might wipe these equal lows first. Okay, but in all, I would say be patient with it. This pair is similar to the euro pound. Most of the time in September, it's very, I won't say difficult to trade this, but September is a manipulative month for the yen pair itself, and then October, November, December it goes up. Okay, so this month probably stay away, or if you're gonna trade, make sure you are in alignment with what the dollar index is doing. All right. Gold, I think we all knew this was coming because of the daily. We were just printing a reaccumulation candle, and the gap that we highlighted yesterday, that's where they came, and then we've seen a rejection, which is very good and powerful. I wish I bought some, but that's not the case, because most of the time you don't want to get yourself into trouble on NFP day. But the next upside objective, it's 3654.56. That's the next upside objective, so you can look for a continuation to the upside on gold, especially after today closes. This will be a reaccumulation candle, giving a huge sign of like a pause and then a rejection, so price is likely gonna continue going higher. Crude oil, I think we all know that is the Tron liquidity down here, so look for the continuation, because I guess the pullback, it couldn't get to exactly where I wanted it to, so I expect them to continue going to attack this low. Okay, especially once they close through this imbalance, expect them to continue going down. And then finally, yesterday I was expecting them to use this level, but I said wait for the NFP. If you wanted to get in, then you get in this way. If you did, you would have probably got stopped out, which is fine, because losses are part of the game. But for the rest of the month, like I mentioned, September usually pulls back and then set the stage for October, November, December to go up. So with what is happening now, okay, I'm not convinced that we're gonna follow through to continue going up. Next week, watch how Monday will trade. If Monday closes back down below today's low, I think they will come for this equal low, because this is too clean. Okay, sorry guys, I got a call from my wife. The wife was calling me. Anyway, as I was saying, watch how Monday is gonna trade. If Monday rejects, okay, then this equal low looks too clean, they might come and wipe it out. Okay, but if Monday continues, then this would leave this gap for support to continue going higher. Hence, watch how Monday is gonna trade. For now, don't do anything. Okay, the week is done. Don't expect much for the rest of today, but in all honesty, watch how Monday is gonna trade, because if Monday closes down, then they might probably be coming lower. Okay, right, so that is that. And let me go back to the dollar index. just to reiterate what I said. Watch this up candle on the 5 minute chart. The way the 1 hour hasn't closed yet, but I think you all know how we expect the down candle to be. Okay, if we don't close below this, then the next candle is gonna open and it's gonna come right back up. Okay, if it closes like this with the wick, we got about 15 minutes to go anyway. So watch how we're gonna close for this candle. That will give you all the hints that you need. Okay, and yeah, the rest you all figure it out. Okay, so with that said, I appreciate all of you for being around since January. I will see you when I come back in October 1st, and we'll continue the journey. I think October, November, December will be a very good month. And I recently have had a message from a guy that is willing to share with me some great stuff about the market. So when I come back, I'm coming back with some great stuff. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll see you when I come back. Yeah, so have fun, enjoy. I'm also going to enjoy myself, and I'll see you on the 1st of October. Take care of yourselves.